vlog of 30 days of Halloween, and you'll have to excuse the disheveled look. I've been making bath bombs and everything, and the first batch kind of failed on me. Um, so today I wanted to talk about a couple of things, and I wanted to do some creator shout outs of some fellow authors who are spooky in nature, and I pretty much admire them and their work. And one of them happens to be a tour guide for ghost attractions in her local city. So three authors I wanted to talk about today are Erica Monroe, Jessica Kale, and Amy Quinton. I think I pronounced that right, Amy. So, I'm sorry if I butchered it, but they're all really fantastic authors and all write historical romance. Erica really writes nitty-gritty stories, and they're not your typical Victorian romances where you're talking about the elite. She really brings the focus to everyday people, so really love her work. And Jessica's a fabulous author. Her and Amy Quinton were publishing housemates for a time there, and I will leave all their links down below, and you should definitely check them out. Jessica, she's also the I think the owner of Dirty Sexy History. I will leave that link to her blog as well. She's also an editor, as well as Erica Monroe. I think you'll enjoy them fabulously. Another creator who's also an author is Sarah Brooks. She has an Etsy shop, and she does some customized doormats and a few other things. Her shop on Etsy is Silver Phoenix Labs. I will leave a link below to her shop and her website for her books. She's another author if you like your romances a little on the techie side and high heat and maybe a little kinky. She's definitely your gal. So I will probably talk about give some more creator shout outs throughout the month. I do want to do an episode on paranormal romance authors that I'm friends with, and I think you'd get a kick out of them. What else? I wanted to talk about, I just finished watching The Nightmare Before Christmas, so that's one movie I finally rectified. Don't know why I haven't watched it up until now, but I finally corrected that, Sarah, so I'm working on my movie list. Let's talk about spooky moments. And you don't have to be a follower of the occult, and you don't, I mean, you're going to be entitled to your own opinions about based on faith. So, I mean, if this is going to be something that's going to offend you, then feel free to skip over it. But I just thought I would share a really interesting experience, one or two experiences I've had over the last couple of years. For anybody who doesn't know me from before I became an author, many years ago I used to read tarot before I moved to the city I'm living in now. And I used to read in cafes. I used to do private readings. I would hop on the Go Bus and hop on the subway and go see clients at their homes. But when I moved to this city, there was a new place that moved from downtown up further, closer to the highway. And I had interviewed and done a session with her, and she invited me to read at her shop. And I don't know kind of how I was feeling at that moment, because, we're talking about, it was over 20 years ago. And I know I was so excited, and I used the last of my change to go up there for my interview and test, trial with the owner. And so I ended up walking home, which was fine. It gave me some time to burn off my excitement. And I remember I was halfway home. You ever get that feeling you're not alone and somebody's like right there at your neck and you feel a hot spot? And this was long before I got hot flashes or anything, but you could feel somebody's either watching you or there's a presence right next to you. I basically jumped out of my skin on a very busy road, with the sensation that somebody was like right there. Like, when you jump and you turn around and you see there's no one there. Yeah, did that on a very public road during rush hour, and was positively embarrassed. By the time I got home later on that evening, I saw, and it was only me at home at that time, there weren't really any lights on, and I was listening to music in the front room of my apartment and saw a shadow of a person walking down my hall to my right. It's not the first time I've seen shadows with no one around, no other light creating these shadows or anything like that. And it scared bejesus out of me, because all I could remember was this, the thing that was following me home. And remember, there was like nobody behind me. Like, I was like the only person walking at that time on that stretch of road. Yeah, so I gave my head a shake, and it's like, okay, this is not the first time this has happened. Kind of basically said, I'm not dealing with you today, and I slammed the door closed from the front room to the middle room. And that was probably one of the most memorable, weirdest moments I've ever had. And there's been many, but that one has happened in the last, I want to say, 20 years. One of the last ones. I don't have very many moments like that anymore, but I've had a few. I was much younger, much more, I don't know, open to those kinds of experiences. I may have just closed myself off. Pardon me, allergies are really kicking my bum, and I'm having a reaction to something I ate a couple of days ago, and I'm still not clear with it. So yeah, have you ever had an experience where you felt like you weren't alone even though you were alone, and then you see something move or a shadow of something, an entity or a being or whatever? I'd love to hear your experience, so feel free to sound off down below, or if you want to message me, I'll leave my social media links where you can message me, or my website. Yeah, and I think tomorrow we'll go over my tarot collection. I am very proud of this collection, and it's still growing. On the topic of Nightmare Before Christmas, I pre-ordered a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot card set. The illustrator is Abigail Larson. I'll leave her links too. She's a pretty incredible artist, and I think if you love that type of artistry, she's right up your alley. So yeah, if you have any other suggestions of content you'd like to see throughout the month, definitely sound off below. I would love to hear some feedback from you all. Yeah, so if you happen to like today's video, smash that like button and feel free to subscribe. And if you want to be notified when the next video goes up, definitely hit the notification bell. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And once again, apologies for the late video. It's been a super busy day and I'm off to make bubble bars now. So have a great night and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.